was the last of about 5 or 6 horses that come up out of this canyon. This is public land. So either one of two things, those horses are like pretty much wild, or somebody's leasing like BLM property to let their horses run on here. They come in and round them up or whatever. So that's pretty cool. Get back onto my stand now. So I got here all the way to the back. Down there in that meadow. That's the beginning of private land down there. And then way back there, there's a ranch house with about 7-8 rigs parked in it. This once was a mine down there. I don't know if it's a mine anymore. But, yeah, this is pretty much as far back as I'm going to go. But I'm going to go over and check out this other side. There's a really brushy drainage. I'm pretty sure this time of day I might be seeing some deer cross over. It starts getting sunny and they'll move over into the shade. So we'll see what happens. So I just got done seeing a couple does up there on that brush line. I'm about as far back into this public as I can get. Private's just down about another half a mile. I'm about 2.5 miles in. And I'm gonna sit here for about another hour, let my back trail cool off. Let it the scent dissipate of me coming in here. And then I'm gonna still hunt back. It's gonna be a longer day, but the sun's coming up and I'm hoping that the deer are gonna move out of that sunny area. Come down through here into some shade. See what happens. Got a deer right above that cut off tree in the middle of your screen. was up there, just at the top of that rise. He was coming down this path. He was coming down. He came down from in here and then he crossed the path. And I thought he was going to keep going. He stopped on that little knoll right there and he came back and he got on the path. Oh, there's my house. It was just right here. And I shot in between those trees. No blood. He friggin' ducked it. He fucking ducked it. I should have waited, man. I put the... Oh, damn it. He's a nice buck. Big, wide, forking horn. Straight missed him. I knew there was going to be a buck back here, man. I blew it, man. I should have just... I was standing in the trail and I was skylining and I was afraid he was going to see me. He came in. I had a frontal shot. 30 yards. And fucking he looked up as I pulled and he must have seen the arrow coming, man, because he ducked. He went off that way. Son of a bitch. So that buck. He was standing about right here where I shot. And I was just skylined at the top of that. Actually, he was right here because I shot between those two trees right here. I found my arrow right here. Big buck, big wide forking horn, at least. I seen a fork on one side, I didn't see the other side. When I shot, he was facing me. And I had the pin. It would have been no problem. A frontal shot, it was 30 yards. I practiced it all the time. And I released, and he looked up as I released, and he must have seen the arrow coming, man, because his belly hit the ground. And then he was gone that way. Man, that's the first time I've ever shot at a deer with my compound bow. And I should have waited. He didn't see me, but he was about to see me. We were only 30 yards apart, and I was skylined, standing up. He would have saw me. Took the best shot I could, and I just missed, man. He dug down. It went over his back. Oh, man, it's disappointing as hell. But, man, what a lot of fun. What a rush. Oh, Kevin, you and your son, man, there's a buck in here. We'll come in here on Saturday. If you're watching this, bro, we'll get him. That was awesome. Oh, I don't know what the deal with those horses are. If they were wild, it seems they would have booked it a long time ago. What's up, girls? You gonna let me go by? Or are you gonna cause a disturbance? Man, come on, I already missed a buck today. I don't need this shit. Get. So I'm about 3/4 of a mile from the trailhead. I had to stop, get some shade, run them horses again. Man, that buck, I've been running it over and over and over in my mind. And I could keep sitting here and play the if I woulda only game, but it's not gonna do any good. Fact of the matter is I had a forward shot. It was straight away at 30 yards. I probably might have shot a little high, plus he ducked. It was a clean miss. I'm just glad, it didn't turn out worse than missing, which would have been wounding an animal. Not getting a kill shot, that'd have been worse than missing. But yeah, man, you get this feeling like I'm never gonna have that opportunity again. That's what I feel like. It's just not gonna happen that way again. And the fact is, that's just not true. You just gotta keep plugging forward, man. You gotta take your licks. I've only been bowing since last year, and the fact that I got a shot and the amount of bucks I've seen this year on top of bears, and I'm having a good season. If I was rifle hunting, I keep saying that I would have filled my freezer a couple times over, but I got to quit saying that. And I'm bow hunting now, and it's difficult, but hey, that buck was in the rut, man. When I first seen him, it was a flash of gray and horns, and I thought he had his head low because I thought he'd already seen me and he was taking off. When they run with their heads low, they're keeping their horns down. Sometimes you'll see bucks even put their horns up in trees to try to. For some reason, they get the connection that they have horns and they get shot at. But so I was thinking, oh, I'm busted, man. He see me, I thought he was gone, but then he just turned around at that knoll and he's sniffing the ground like he was, that's what they're doing when they're looking for them does. So he got back up on the trail and he came around that fallen tree. I put the 30-yard pin on him, and as I released, he looked up. I've explained it before, and he's gone, and that's just the way it happened, I don't think there's really anything I did wrong. It's just, I don't know what it was, man. It was a miss. It was a clean miss. But hey, we just file this away in the memory banks, man. You know what I mean? Pull up the information when I need it. Progressively moving forward. I get the bucks, I spot them, I move in on them. This one seemed to move in on me. Right place at the exact right time. It just didn't work out. I can't let it get me down. I just got to keep moving forward. Anyways, hunt continues.